good thing about Scott and his team is they come in there so early that they'll get out ahead of you by 10, 15, 20 lots. And by the time it's time to get started with bench lots, that ground is already dried up enough to get a tractor on it. So to me, that's been the biggest benefit is you get out there early enough and get a head start.
Yeah.
And then when it's time for us to go, that we can actually go, because it's hard to start. You can't necessarily bench a lot the day after you've water injected. It takes a week or two, sometimes 3 weeks.
It depends on, what time of year it is.
Right.
If it's dead in the winter, as it may be a week before you get back on it.
Yeah.
But if it's 102 out it was last year, you can get back on it in 72 hours. So you're right.
So like this summer we were needing some houses in the summertime, and the ground was so dry that had we not let you get out ahead of us, it was taking, 3 to 4 days per lot. In the wintertime, it'd take a day and a half. And so
because that water had
now
left
we had
that
to
soil.
adjust how quick we came up to you, because we had to let you get far enough ahead because the ground was so dry, that you had to, once your water injection was running 3-4 lots down.
You having those conversations.
Yeah, we've had to adjust even had you injected. I mean, that's something we tried.
Because sometimes it'll take, like you said, one pass, and then that particular subdivision, it was 2 passes of water, sometimes 3. Not on every lot, but some of them were.
Had we not had you do that, then obviously the next guys coming in on those lots, we're going to be able, when that ground gets so hard in this Northeast Texas soil that you can't drive a stake in it. No, you can't set forms. You can't trench it.
Right.
Then you end up having to spend more money for time, for watering again. Where the old days, that's what we did. We put water hoses out there and just soaked it and
just flooded it, kind of soaked it in.
And hope for the best.
Did you guys dig the beams out, do the plumbing and all?
It used to be we would actually go out there and kind of bench it.
Yeah.
And we would just put sprinklers or water hoses and just saturate it for 3-4 days.
Yeah.
Then let it set in, and then send the guy to set forms. And obviously, if he can't drive a stake, then it's not wet enough. Yeah. So we had to move on. He can't set it with a sledgehammer and a stake, and the next guy coming in can't trench it because it tears up the trenchers. Right. So then he's not going to come back. He's going to go somewhere else where he can work. Right. So getting you on the front end is
that's so good.
It's a lifesaver, and a lot of times I think like Sulphur Springs, heck, you're going to be out of there before we even set the first form. So
that's the goal.
We don't have to worry about you're in our way or we're in your way, and so that's a lot of things that I think a lot of people don't realize is
another added
is thinking far out and ahead that getting you in and getting you out is beneficial.